You've been in that conversation. You're talking, they're nodding, but their eyes are already gone. And across the room, someone else says half as much, and everyone leans in. What do they have that you don't? It's not confidence, it's not looks, it's not even charisma. It's 6 specific phrases, and once you know them, you'll never communicate the same way again. Stay with me, because phrase number 4, most people have it completely backwards, and it's quietly destroying how people see them. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody tells you. Talking more doesn't make you more attractive, it makes you easier to ignore. You're saying more, they're hearing less, and you can't figure out why. Because you think attraction is about addition. Be funnier, be smarter, fill every silence with something impressive. It's not. The moment you stop needing their attention is the exact moment you start getting it. 6 phrases, let's go. Phrase number 1, tell me more about that. 4 words, watch what they do. Someone tells you they just started learning guitar. Most people, they hijack it. Oh, I played guitar in college, let me tell you about my band. The person was opening a door. You walked through it talking about your house. Now they're politely waiting for you to finish, planning their exit. You do it differently. They mention the guitar, you say, tell me more about that. Then you stop, and you actually listen. Not the fake kind where you're planning your response. Real listening, where you're genuinely curious about what comes next. Here's what happens. They light up, because most people spend their entire lives waiting for someone to actually want to hear what they have to say. And here's what people always miss. They won't remember what you said in that conversation. They'll remember how you made them feel. Feeling heard is rare. Feeling like someone wants to understand you, that's even rarer. When they walk away, they're not thinking, wow, that person was so interesting. They're thinking, wow, I felt interesting talking to them. That's the phrase. Not in saying it, in meaning it. But here's where it gets interesting, because phrase 2, most people think it makes them look weak. It does the complete opposite. Phrase 2, I don't know. 3 words, and most people are terrified of them. Someone asks your opinion on something you're not familiar with, and your instinct, like everyone else, is to fake it. Manufacture an answer that sounds smart. Dance around the fact that you have no idea what you're talking about. Because admitting you don't know feels like a loss, like you're less than. But watch what actually happens when someone fakes knowledge. You feel it. The answer has that hollow quality, words that sound right but mean nothing. And now you're asking yourself, if they're willing to fake certainty about this, what else are they faking? The fake confidence doesn't make them look smart, it makes them look insecure. Now watch someone who's actually confident face the same question. They pause, I don't know. That's it. No apology, no deflection, no performance. And immediately you trust them more. Because if they're honest about what they don't know, their certainty when they do know something actually means something. Socrates said it best, I know that I know nothing. That wasn't false humility, that was the foundation of real wisdom. Your words carry weight when people know you don't just say things to sound smart, you say them because they're true. Phrase 3 saves you from the trap almost everyone falls into when someone shares a problem with you. And once you hear this, you'll never respond the same way again. Phrase 3. That sounds difficult. Someone comes to you, work is overwhelming, their relationship is struggling, they're exhausted, and your first instinct, the thing everyone does, is to immediately offer solutions. Have you tried? What if you just, when I dealt with that, you think you're being helpful. You're not. What they heard was, this is simple, why haven't you figured it out yet? Most people don't share problems because they want you to fix them. They share because they need to be heard, because saying it out loud to someone who actually listens makes it lighter. But when you jump to solutions in 5 seconds, you're telling them the problem they've lived with for months isn't that complicated, and now they feel worse. Watch what actually happens when you just say, that sounds difficult. You're not fixing, you're not minimizing, you're not making it about yourself. You're just acknowledging that what they're going through is hard. And that acknowledgement, that simple recognition, gives them something they're not getting anywhere else. Permission to feel how they feel. They keep talking, they process out loud. And processing out loud with someone who isn't trying to fix you, that's how most people actually figure out what they need to do. Not from your solution, from hearing themselves think will you listen without judgment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. You become someone safe, someone trusted, not because you have all the answers, because you don't pretend to.
Now we've reached phrase 4.
the one I warned you about at the start, the one most people have completely backwards, and it's the hardest discipline on this list. Phrase number 4, silence. This isn't a phrase you say, it's a phrase you don't. Most people are terrified of silence, a pause in conversation, and they panic. Fill it with words, any words, observations about nothing, stories nobody asked for. Because silence feels like failure, like the conversation is dying and it's your job to resuscitate it with more talking. So they talk, and the more they talk, the less anyone listens. Because words without weight are just noise, and they've trained everyone around them to treat their words that way. Now watch someone comfortable with silence. They're in a group, everyone's talking, they're quiet. Not because they have nothing to say, because nothing worth saying has arrived yet. Someone asks them a question. They don't answer immediately. They pause, 2-3 seconds, actually think. Then they speak. One clear point, done, and everyone's listening. Because the silence before they spoke made the room lean in. Here's what that silence does. It creates weight. When you speak rarely, your words carry force. And when you're comfortable with quiet, other people become uncomfortable with it. They fill it, and in filling it, they reveal themselves. You learn more about someone in what they say to fill an awkward silence than in an hour of normal conversation. Seneca wrote, "Silence is a lesson learned from the many sufferings of life." People who talk constantly are often running from something, their own thoughts, the discomfort of just being with themselves. But people who sat with real difficulty, they know silence isn't empty, it's full of presence, full of attention. Master this and watch what happens. When you speak in groups, people look to you for the real opinion because you don't waste words on safe takes and obvious observations. One-on-one conversations go deeper because you're not filling every pause with surface talk, you're letting the silence do the work. And silence is where people go deep. Phrase 5 is the one people are starving for, but almost nobody gives it to them. And the difference between this phrase and what most people say, one word, just one word. Phrase number 5, I appreciate you. Not thank you, not I appreciate what you did. Those are transactional. They acknowledge actions, services rendered, tasks completed. I appreciate you. Those 3 words do something entirely different. They acknowledge the person, not what they did, who they are. Your friend shows up when things are hard, again, like they always do. You could say, thanks for being there. Fine, polite, but it's about the action. Now say, I appreciate you. You're not thanking them for showing up this time. You're recognizing that they're the kind of person who shows up, always. That's character, and you're telling them, I see it. People are desperate for this recognition. The world treats them as functions. At work, they're what they produce. At home, they're what they provide, constantly measured by output. And somewhere deep, they're starving for someone to see past the doing and recognize the being. To say, I see who you are, not just what you've done, and who you are matters to me. Marcus Aurelius started each morning thinking about the people around him, not what they did for him, who they were. He understood, recognizing someone's existence, their character, their value as a human beyond their utility, that's rare. And rare things are valuable. When you're the person who sees people, you become rare too, and people want to be around rare. Use it sparingly, mean it completely. We've saved the hardest one for last, because without this final phrase, nothing you've learned today will matter. Your words won't be respected, your time won't be valued, and the people around you will slowly stop taking you seriously. It's one word, and it might be the most powerful word in the human language. Phrase number 6, no. One word, the hardest one to say. Someone asks for your time, your energy, your presence at something you don't want to attend, and your instinct is to say yes, or maybe, or invent an excuse convincing enough that they can't argue with it. Anything except the simple truth. No. Because no feels harsh, feels like rejection, feels like you're being difficult. So you say yes to things you don't want to do, with people you don't want to see, at times that don't work for you. And every time you say yes when you mean no, you teach people your time has no value. Watch what happens to people who can't say no. They're exhausted, resentful, overcommitted to things they don't care about, with no energy left for what actually matters. Their calendar is full, their life is empty.
And here's the part that stings. People don't respect them more for their availability. They respect them less. Because someone who says yes to everything is saying their own time isn't worth protecting. And if you don't value it, why would anyone else? Now watch someone who can actually say no. Someone asks them to do something, they pause, actually consider it. They don't want to do it. No, I can't. That's it. No lengthy apology, no invented excuse, no maybe next time that just leaves the door open for future pressure. Just no. Simple, clear, final. And the person asking might be surprised, maybe even annoyed, but they respect it. Because this person just demonstrated something rare. They know what their time is worth, and they protect it. Epictetus taught, first learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak. Your yes only matters when your no is real. If you say yes to everything, your yes means nothing. It's not a choice, it's your default. But when people know you're capable of saying no, when they've heard you say it, your yes becomes valuable. When you show up, they know it's because you chose to be there. These 6 phrases aren't tricks. They're not scripts you memorize to manipulate people. They're what you sound like when you stop performing and start being present. Most people will watch this and keep talking too much, keep faking knowledge, keep jumping to solutions, keep saying yes when they mean no. But you won't, because now you know the difference. The Stoics built their entire philosophy on one idea. Attraction isn't addition, it's subtraction. Stop trying to be impressive. The moment you stop performing is the moment people finally see you, and that person is worth paying attention to. If this hit, you already know who needs to see it. Send it.